Yes, and good morning, and welcome to the 28th Scripture Reading live stream. We are continuing on with the King James Version of the Bible, and we're reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 27. So we might as well go right over to the reading. Again, I'm at the website www.kingjamesbibleonline.org. Chapter 27 of Genesis, verse 1. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau, his oldest son, and said unto him, My son. And he said unto him, Behold, here I am. And he said, Behold, now I am old. I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field, and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau, his son. And Esau went to the field to hunt for venison and to bring it. Rebekah spake with Jacob's son, saying, Behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, Bring me venison, and make me savory meat, that I may eat, and bless thee before the Lord before my death. Now, therefore, my son, obey my voice accordingly to that which I command thee. Go to the flock, and fetch me thy hence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father, such as he loved. And thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless 3 before his death. And Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, Behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. My father peradventure will feel me, and I shall see to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me, and not a blessing. And his mother said unto him, Beyond me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice. Go fetch me them. And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother, and his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them on Jacob, her youngest son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goats upon his hand, and upon the smooth of his neck. And he gave the savory meat and the bread, which she had prepared, into the hands of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, My father. And he said, Here I am. Who art thou, my son? And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn, and I have done accordingly as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, and thy soul will bless me. And Isaac said unto his son, How is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And he said, Because the Lord has brought it to me. And Isaac said unto Jacob, Come near, I pray thee, that I may feel thee, my son, whether thou be my very son Esau or not. And Jacob went near to Isaac his father, and he felt him, and said, The voice is Jacob's voice, but the hands are the hands of Esau. And he disconcerted him not, because his hands were hairy, as his brother's Esau's hands. So he blessed him. And he said, Art thou my very son Esau? And he said, I am. And he said, Bring it near to me, and I will eat of my son's venison, that my son may bless thee. And he brought it near to him, and he did eat. And he brought him wine, and he drank. And his father Isaac said unto him, Come near now, and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of raiment, and blessed him, and said, See, the smell of my son is as the smell of the field, which the Lord has blessed. Therefore give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. Let the people serve thee, and the nations bow down to thee. Be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be every one that curses thee, and blessed be he that blesses thee. And it came to pass, as soon as Isaac had made an end of the blessings, Jacob was set, scarce gone out from the presence of Isaac his father. And Esau his brother came in from his hunting. And he also made some savory meat, and brought it unto his father, and said unto his father, Let my father arise, and eat of my son's venison, that my soul may bless thee. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that has taken venison, and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou comest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceedingly bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. And he said, Thy brother came with stubbornly, and has taken away my blessing. And he said, It is not he rightly named Jacob? Of he has supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, he now has taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy lord, and all thy brethren have I given to him for servants. And with corn and wine I have sustained him. And what shall I do now for thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of the heaven from above. And by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off his neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of the mourning of my father are at hand. then I shall slay my brother Jacob. And these words of Esau, his elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she went and called Jacob, her youngest son, and said unto him, Behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice, and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days until thy brother fury turn away. Tell my brother's anger turn away from thee, and he forget that which thou hast done to him. Then I will send and fetch thee from hence. Why should I be deprived also of you both in one day? And Rebekah said to Isaac, I am weary of my life because of the daughters of Heth. If Jacob take a wife of the daughters of Heth, such as those which are the daughters of the land, what good shall my life be to me? Okay. Now, this is a story I remember hearing this story as a kid about how Isaac was tricked to give a blessing to one son over the other. So Esau gets tricked again. So let's just go take a quick peek, see if we can find a few things. So up in verse 1, we see we're talking about Isaac, and he identifies that he's getting old and he thinks he's going to die. So he calls Esau, his oldest son, to him and asks him to go get some venison, make him a meal so he can bless him. And then you can see that down in, down in verse 5, Rebekah heard that what Isaac had said to Esau. And she favors Jacob. So she told Jacob to go do the same thing. She would prepare the meal and give it to Isaac. So Jacob does that. And there's just one catch. Jacob's concerned that if Isaac feels him and comes close to him, he'll know that it's not Esau. So the little trick is to put some fur on his hands and around his neck, and to give him the smell of the earth with some raiment. And that does the trick. So he's able to fool Isaac. Jacob returns, and Esau returns, and let's see here. Where are we? In 27, this is where Jacob passes the test and gets the blessing. Okay, so and then in 30, Jacob gets the blessing and Esau returns. And Esau does the same thing. He prepares a meal, And Isaac, in 37, Isaac said, Behold, I have made him the Lord. So basically, Isaac knows that he's been tricked, but he's already given his blessing. So that's the end of that. So poor Esau gets tricked again. He was made to give away his birthright, and now he's given away his blessing. So Esau begs Jacob for a blessing. And doesn't really get much. So in 42, in 41, Esau now hates Jacob, and he says, as soon as my father has passed, he will kill his brother Jacob. And Rebekah, the mother, hears this and warns Jacob and tells Jacob to go away to stay with her brother for a while in Haran. This is in verse 43. So this whole thing ends. So Jacob sort of makes himself scarce. Then in 43, there's this ending verse where it says, Rebekah said to Jacob, I am weary of my life because of my daughters of Heath, because of the daughters of Heath. If Jacob take a wife of the daughters of Heath, such as these which are of the daughters of the land, what good shall my life be? So basically, she's setting up a marriage for Jacob. Okay, so that's a pretty interesting chapter. Again, a betrayal. We've seen a couple of these in Genesis where there's a trick played, a betrayal. And it'd be interesting to have a list of all these different tricks that are played on people and betrayals, beginning with the first one in the garden. Okay, well, that's it for today. We will continue tomorrow with chapter 28. Thank you for joining me, and have a great day.